Welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition, Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors, a Bark River Bravo 2 rendition, if you will. Before we get into the video, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. That number is going down, but vets, we got a long road to hoe. We love you. You have a place here. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So, this is another knife sent to me by my good friend JR. Now, I am deeply appreciative to JR, and brother, I'm sorry it took so long to do this video. Let me give you some specs. This is the Bravo 2 from Bark River. Bark River is in Michigan. It's USA made. This knife was designed by Mike Stewart. It's A2 tool steel. The blade length 7 inches. Blade thickness is 0.217 inches. The handle thickness is 1 inch. The handle length is 5 1/4. The weight is 14 ounces. It's full tang, canvas micarta handle scales with red liners. It has a convex edge, and it is straight up bad assery. Now, this isn't a normal way we open our videos. We're going to do a couple things different in this video, okay? And we're going to talk about that as we go. Here's the deal, guys. This is a 7-inch blade, is a good size blade. I love the aesthetics and the ergonomics of this knife. I've said this a lot. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you ain't got a clue. The more a knife looks like a knife, the more I love it. This to me looks like a big butcher knife. Now, this was made, this could be a combat knife, this could be a field knife, this could be a hunting knife, it can chop, it can do, and we're going to show a little bit of everything. There's that leather, custom leather. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous sheath. Beautiful sheath, a lot of carry options there. Now, right there, you can see the red liners, full tang, skull buster on the bottom, thick piece of steel in the convex edge. A2 steel, Bark River does as well, if not better than anybody. Convex edge, razor sharp, just like they all are. It is a full tang. Thank you, Scab, for pointing that out. It does have a lanyard hole. And normally, we just focus on function. I don't worry about aesthetics. But when it comes to this kind of knife, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. You can get them on DLT Trading, and there's all kind of options. Now, remember, guys, I am a novice at best. Now, the other day, Bob Absolute, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Bob's been riding with us for a while. He says, Scab, about the only thing you got left to do is show some finer tasks. Well, I didn't want to say anything. I've been practicing. I've been watching Morris Kaczynski on YouTube a good bit, watching Blackie a good bit on knife skills, the tri-stick, and I highly recommend that to anybody. Here's what we're going to do. Each video that we review a knife, we're going to add, or I'm going to add some kind of skill that I've been practicing from Morris or from Blackie. Here's Scab with a good throw. And we're going to kind of add that to the mix. Now, we're doing the Donnie B All-day drop test, the Donnie B All-day throw it at the stump test. This is as good a time as any for my shout-outs. D-Bad, my brother from another mother, is marching to 10,000. Go over and subscribe. Going to be some huge giveaways. Going to be a big giveaway this weekend for my 5,000. Go subscribe to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, my other channel. And then my partner Joe on Blade Talk has Steel, Forged, and Fire, Sword, and Knife. Great channel. And the two guys we're really pumping this time until they hit 1,000 are Eric Husyan, Karl Ruedger. Now, all those guys, D-Bad, Joe, Carl, Eric, all have great channels. All will have links in the description. Go check them out. Now, we've got 4 or 5 guests coming up on Blade Talk that I'm excited about. So, subscribe there. Guys, right here, we're going to do our basic stuff. What I tried to do is pack this video as full of as much cutting and slicing as I could do. Again, I love the aesthetics on this knife. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mike Stewart designed this for Force Recon. I may be wrong there. I've been wrong many, many, many times in 50 years. And I'm sure someone will immediately correct me. One thing I like doing with these knives is the zip tie test. This is to test the edge. Now, again, these are more demonstrations, and there's a lot of reasons I say that. But this is to kind of test the edge, see if it rolls, see if it chips. It's not a sharpness thing. Every knife should cut a zip tie. We're going to cut some paracord. We're going to cut some hose. Somebody asked me the other day, is there any hose I don't love? Well, yeah, the hose you don't see on this channel. How about that? Now, I try to pick things to cut, guys, for the aesthetics of it, for the picture of it, for the demonstration of it. Not to mention it shows how the knife works. Now, here's some 12 gauge wire that we use to put in a cigarette lighter in the car. It's pretty heavy gauge. So we're going to do a quick chop with it. Again, we're checking the heat treat, checking the edge, see if there's any rolling, see if there's any chipping, doing some stripping the wire, okay, without cutting the wire. Knife's razor sharp. It comes razor sharp. I hadn't got a bark river yet that wasn't razor sharp. And it did a jam up job on all of these demonstrations, tests, whatever. Just know that when we call it a test, we don't do shit that's scientific, okay? We're not trying to destroy the knife. We're putting a little hard use on the knife. We don't want to abuse the knife, and we want to show everyday tasks. Now, let's see. Right here, we're going to process up some wood. There's several different times we do chopping. Y'all know I've said it a million times. If I could only do choppers on this channel, I would be in hog heaven. But then you can't grow that way. That's why we're going to add the tri-stick and look it up. If you need to work on your skill set, as I do, I guarantee you that, is try, T-R-Y. And look up Morris Kaczynski. I put a video of his on my community page. Or look up Blackie Thomas, knife skills. Some of you don't need them. You were born a natural with a knife. You're like Edward freaking Scissorhands, so just disregard that. But for those of us that are human and want to get better at what we do, check those fellas out. They're awesome guys. They're easy to understand and very, very, very good teachers. Now, hot spots on the handle, none. Sharpness, awesome. I love the tool steels, okay? A2, again, Bark River just does A2 very, very, very well. Super tough, super durable steel. The heat treat's always spot on. I haven't had an issue. This is probably 7 or 8 videos now with Bark River, thanks to JR and Timbo437 and guys like that who let me use theirs, and I'm so appreciative. Here's some of that blast hose. Guys, we literally in this video, or I literally in this video, tried to cut just about everything at the stump. Paracord, hose, wood, whatever. I wanted to do a little chopping in the swamp. I just, every now and then, man, after working 9-10 hours a day, every now and then I just got to get out in the woods, reset, recenter. Last weekend was great for that, but stressful day. I like to get out in the woods. I've got a lot of wood laying around out there that we're just going to kind of process up. Now, right here, we're doing a different kind of chop. We're chopping and rolling, chopping and rolling. And I want you to see how clean this damn stick came out. Now, a lot of times I'll hold the log in my hand to check control. This was kind of a purpose-driven thing, so I wanted to have something to prop it on. And again, we're going to chop and roll. No hot spots in the handle. Swung very, very well. Great knife. And sometimes, some chops, and look right there, you can see the bites that it's taken out of this thing, okay? Great chop, great penetration, not a ton of effort. Now, attaboy, Scab. After doing the chopping, it came out pretty clean. After doing the chopping, we took this, and this is about a 1/4 inch sandblast hose. Now, we also do our John Peter stab test where we stab the sidewall of a tire, and I cut that as well. So there's just several things that we did throughout this video to test the edge, test the sharpness, see how it did. It did exceptionally well. We started off trying to do a little bit of push cut. I had to get it going, so a little bit of saw cut. At the end of the day, it went through. Now, this is high pressure, heavy gauge sandblast hose, okay? And right here, you see it's still belted. The tire is still belted. The 12 gauge wire is damn wire. It's copper wire. No edge damage whatsoever. Thank the Lord, because it's not my knife. But there's no edge damage right here. Just a straight kind of push down. It's not your traditional push cut. I get it. Guys, I'm, again, learning as we go. But it is a push cut. And you're going to see the thickness. If I don't cut the damn thing off. There we go. Good job, Scab. See the thickness of the hose there, the actual thickness. Now, here is that 2-inch ratchet strap. And my goal for this video was just to show you the knife work. Just to show you what it can do in a novice's hands. And that's not fake humble, guys. Trust me. Trying to do that damn tri-state and try to do them cuts will humble you very, very quickly. Not to mention, guys, I'm doing this stuff with a different knife each time, okay? Here we're going to do the John Peter stab test there. You see the thickness of that sidewall. Good penetration. I say this all the time, but let me say it again. If you can go through one piece of sidewall with a knife, it will take care of what you need to take care of. You say, Scab, what about a combat application? I really couldn't tell you. Never been in the military. I've been shot at for being a dumbass, but that don't really quantify as combat, so I don't know. I'm just telling you, it'll stab a couple of pieces of sidewall tire. If you got to do with Sasquatch or whatever, it'll take care of what you need taken care of. I can promise you that. Now, right here, we're going to cut it. Again, still belted. Goes right through it. And this is after chopping. This is one of the last things we've done, guys. We got a couple minutes left. So I saved some of this for last. Now, here is one of the skills that Morris Kaczynski showed, okay? What we're going to do, once I get it going there, is feather stick this stick. However, we're going to spin it and feather stick it. Spin it and feather stick it, going a little deeper each time until we come out with the bottom of a steak. Now, I did speed this up just a little bit because it did take a minute. But each time we spin the steak, we make a little bit deeper feather stick. So it's multi-purposed here. We're getting some good thick feather sticks. We're also making a tent steak. Now, I'm doing the fall nibbin tomorrow or Friday. This will be something else we do. And again, each knife review, we're going to add some kind of task that I learned from Morris or Blackie. And guys, what you're going to see is me practicing, okay? I'm learning. You say, Scab, why do you keep saying that? Because I don't want to hear no dumb shit about it. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I do not take criticism very well. So I'll probably get a lot now. But this is a technique. And basically what we do is we whittle the diameter down to where it just snaps in half very, very easily. And again, there's some other things we can do to play off this. The knife was insanely controllable. You'll notice there, I don't have my thumb on the back. I rotate it sometimes. But just using the bottom of that blade, it made some very, very nice feather sticks. Very nice. And it ate through this wood very quick. Overall, I absolutely love this blade. It's the Bark River Bravo 2 and A2 tool steel. JR, again, brother, thank you so much. Listen, guys, my guy Mikey says it best. Never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. And Mikey's true. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son. I'm going to watch some more Morris Kaczynski.